Hi guys, welcome to the project in the SQL. So in the previous 4 videos, we had learned how to write queries. So in this and in the following video, we'll be working on two different projects on SQL. So in this one, it is basically driver performance dashboard. So basically, the chef has recently launched a hailing service called Chef Cabs. So we have the Chef Cabs. So now it is that the chef is struggling to uh, basically get a summary of who is a good driver, who is not a very good driver, who is completing more trips, etc., on these certain stuffs. So we'll be helping the chef create this. So the task is given. First is return all drivers. So in the first one, you have to return all the drivers, followed by return all the rides completed, followed by the returns the fastest drivers leaderboard, most reliable driver, most active driver, and certain stuff like this. So we'll be jumping into the code. Now we'll only see the things which are of interest to us. So first thing, it is basically first we have to return what the first thing says is return all the drivers. So to return all the drivers, we have to use a query called select star. So select star is basically select everything from drivers. So select everything from drivers basically means select all the drivers now. Return all the drivers. So this query is done. The first query is done. Now this for the second query, we have to select all the rights. Similarly, now in the previous it was drivers, now it is rights. So because the table you can see one is the driver table and is the rights table. So first table from the first query we got all the output from the drivers table, all the name. In the second query, not whatever we're writing now, we get all the rights. Select star from rights. So basically we're storing that in a const called SQL and then we'll be converting that into JSON and we'll be running. This is simple. Now here we have a little complex query which says fastest driver. So we have to find the fastest driver. Let's see the workflow of the how to find the fastest driver. First we have to see average trip duration for completed rides. So first we have to analyze the average trip duration of the completed rides. For example, if a driver has completed 10 rides, we have to see the average duration of 10 rides and we'll see whoever has the lowest average duration. So lowest means he's completing it fast. So that means he's quick. He's the fastest driver. That's it. Simple logic. Now, how do we do that? Is select the driver name. For driver name, we'll be seeing that. Now, we have to take the average trip duration and into two decimal places, which is 2 as average duration from driver's table. Now, we have to join rides and a driver's table. We had seen how to join rides and driver's table. We have to join rides on driver.d.driver id and r.driver id. After that, where the status is completed, only for the completed rides, because some rides may be cancelled or maybe may not be completed. So only completed, followed by we have to group by the driver ID. So driver ID 1 to 10 rights, driver ID 2, 15 rights. Got it? Now we have to order by average duration ascending. That is lowest average duration first. In the last one, it will be the highest average duration. So the lowest basically means he is the fastest driver. Limit 5. Limit 5 is basically used to cut it to only top 5. They've asked only for top 5. So this is basically only top 5. Simple. Now we have to find the most reliable drivers. So what is the logic behind the most reliable driver? So in this particular case, what we are taking is most rides count. So whatever the driver has completed most rides count, he is the most reliable is what we are considering here. So similarly, how do we do that is first select driver name, count star as completed ride. So basically take total number of completed rides per driver, join both the riders and the drivers table using the driver.id primary key. The status is completed, only the completed rides, group by the driver ID. So driver 1 has completed 10, the driver 2 has completed 10 rides similarly, and order by descending. Now the total highest number of rides comes first and then limit to 5. So what does it do basically? It arranges all the drivers with their number of rides in a descending order. So maximum number of rides comes first, so he's the most reliable driver is what we are considering here. Now most active drivers. So in this most active drivers, what it says is all right, we have to count all rides. The basically completed and cancelled. So everything basically he's the most active person. He's getting rides, he's cancelling rides, etc. So most active. How do we do that? Is simple, following the same logic. Here we just don't use this one. That's all. So we have to first have the driver name and the total number of rides for the driver from the driver's table and join the driver table along with the riders table and group by the driver ID or how many rides the driver has completed and descending order the total rides. Limit 5. Here we are not using the risk condition as where the ride status is completed. We are not using that. This is simple. We need both cancelled and not cancelled. So I hope you guys have understood. Now let me submit the program. My bad, I'll just run it first and show it to you. Alright, so you can see fastest drivers, it shows the driver name followed by the average duration. These are the 5 fastest drivers. Most reliable is most number of writes completed. Most active is again most number of writes completed along with the cancelled, etc. This is driver table, this is the riders table. So the test cases have also passed, and that's it for this video. I hope you guys understood. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.